Hello, my name is Mrs. Smith. I understand that you've taken over your family business and you want some help with its business development. Before we start, you need to understand the concept of SMEs, small medium entrepreneurs, and their situation. SMEs, as they are shortly called, exist in a broad market environment in which demand for their products is influenced by many factors. These factors are either classified as demand-side factors or supply-side factors. Most interventions are focused on improving the supply side. Some, for example international trade arrangements and alternative trade organizations, focus on changing the demand side. Whatever the intervention though, a prerequisite is that you clearly understand your situation as an SME. So, what do we mean when we say SME needs? SME needs have been subject to many different analyses. The term SME needs therefore refers to the specific problems they face in seeking to develop their business. Needs change depending on the particular circumstances of a business. Typically, the pattern of needs varies according to factors such as sector, location, size, and stage of development. Needs are not static. They change throughout a business development cycle. Regrettably, there's no neat and precise universal model relating needs to particular stages or types of businesses, although there are some useful frameworks which can be used in needs classification. Discussions about SME needs are increasingly characterized by the use of different terms, which sometimes serve to confuse more than to clarify. However, there is one specific set of jargon which does need to be clarified, and this is the use of the terms felt or perceived needs objective, logical or real needs and demands. So, related to felt or perceived needs, these are what SMEs perceive and state to be their problems. Objectives, real, logical needs, these are what organizations believe to be the real needs of SMEs. And the demand, this implies a willingness to pay for a particular service offered by an organization. So what is the process of needs assessment? In practice, the issues of what needs are identified is related closely to how needs are assessed and to the interventions that are developed thereafter. A number of specific needs assessment approaches have emerged in recent years. Underpinning these approaches appear to be 5 key ideas: being close to SMEs, being participative, ongoing learning and planning, and developing a tight focus. This means that it should generate very specific information on the problems which SME face. And the 5th, not just what they need, but how they need it. Many different techniques are used in needs assessment for SME development. Indeed, it's noticeable that many standard development planning techniques used not just in SME development, but in other sectors as well, and they lay great emphasis on needs assessment, now more than ever. So the results are usually interventions that can be utilized to overcome obstacles. So one of the things that you can do is you can define a good practice. So support for business is aimed at providing an appropriate, reasonable response to SME needs so that the performance of them can be improved. Although this objective may have its roots in economic and social factors, it's ultimately concerned with enhancing the business development process. What you should think of is the impact levels when thinking of a good practice. The impact levels, i.e. enterprise level, changes in the activities and behavior of an enterprise and its owner manager and in the performance of the enterprise which may have resulted from these changes in practice. The meso level as an impact, the changes in the capacity and performance of meso level institutions, and of course the beyond enterprise level, wider changes in society. Finally, under impact, the macro level, changes to the policy and regulatory environment. Other things, performance criteria, is to think about outreach, i.e. the quantitative scale of the program's influence, the efficiency concerning the delivery of an intervention, how much it costs, the resources, the effectiveness, measuring the extent to which an intervention's objectives have been met, and of course the sustainability. And this can be done in 2 levels. The first, the extent to which the service offered by the business can be financed through client fees, and second, the extent to which changes in SMEs and beyond are durable. So we started talking about identifying which are your needs, then how you can select frameworks, and how you can select a good practice that may lead to your business success or may help your business. So, having selected a good practice, how do you indicate? What are the indicators of a good practice? So, in practical terms, in order to measure your performance, you need to ask how each criteria can be tangible. So you need to create a list of indicators. And of course, they can never be comprehensive enough. The indicators are usually either quantitative or qualitative. So, having selected a good practice, having selected indicators, how do you assess a good practice? Given the above relative broad definition, so what a good practice is, you need to think, is it based on a sound monitoring system? Does it require comparison? Is it increasingly converging with needs assessment and forward planning techniques? Is it well prepared, especially when using an external evaluator? Does it adopt a realistic approach to information collection? Can it be undertaken by either external staff or my internal people? Is it aware of costs as well as benefit? Does it use methodologies which can be used and offer a combination of practicality? So before you start, make a thorough overview of what you need, which tools that you can use, how you can use them, which resources you have available, and then go for it.